Funds are the live stream of any business. Whether it's just an initiated startup or a mid-operation business or a fully fledged functional organization, what matters for the show to run is the availability of funds. When the funds flow are restricted, not only the operations are restricted, not only the salaries of the team, of the subordinates are restricted, but it also impacts the business credibility in the global market and in the corporate world. Hi, this is Sanjay. Let's talk about the importance and taking care of finance when you are the business head heading the business and the organization. Yesterday, I had the privilege of talking to a great financial advisor from Kolkata. He has written a couple of books, and it so happened that through a common friend, I did meet him. He has heard about my project, Rangamati, and he inquired a couple of things, couple of questions just out of curiosity. I was seeking a bit kind of advice from him. And when I asked him how to take the project ahead, he asked me a couple of questions, the answers to which were interesting, the answers to which were analyzed, and he gave me three useful insights which I would like to share with all of you entrepreneurs who are embarking in this journey of entrepreneurship. When you're heading the business, when you're heading the operations, what is most important is how you manage the finance. The finance is very important or integral part of the organization, because the organization might be doing a great job. The organization might be doing wonderful products. The organization might be offering great services. But if the organization runs dry on the funds, whether it's the capital fund or it's the capital to run the production, a scarcity of the fund will not only be fatal, but it might result in a close down of the operation. So, how we can take care of the finance? He actually gave me three broader heads under which the finance could be managed. The first, budgeting. Many a times when we are heading the operations, when we are heading a kind of department or an organization, it happens that we do not do the forecasting of the products, of the kind of customer market that we are trying to target. So many times we do allocate the funds on advertisement, on marketing, or on, let's say, production only, depending on the market requirement, need, and what is required in the market. What is the client segment? What is the kind of season that is approaching? When we consider all this and invest our funds accordingly, then it actually yields the result. Otherwise, what happens is the funds are utilized without yielding greater results. What we find is the funds being exhausted in a particular file, in a particular operation, wherein the productivity is not yielding great results. We might have invested in that great marketing strategy. It might be very important, it might be good for the running businesses, but it might not be that good for entrepreneurs who are just initiating the business in the present days. So, budgeting is absolutely important when you are working with the finance. When you are working with the funds in hand, budgeting is absolutely required, because you need to have that balance in between every department which requires the fund, whether it's the marketing, whether it's the production, whether it's the operation or the taxation part, the overhead cost. Many times it so happens that the overhead cost, the operational licensing cost and everything is kept on hold, believing that at the year end might be we can do it. But that is not only risky for your business, but it is also illegal when you're running a business without proper documentation, without paying proper tax and so on. So proper budgeting would only ensure that you carry on each department's activity as planned. You do not go over the budget, you do not overspend, you do not create a kind of gap in between the demand and the supply of each department. The production of products is important, but when you put all the funds into production without the proper kind of marketing, that might result in a lot of products in hand, a lot of products being made, but you do not have the right market to sell the product. So balancing the marketing department, balancing the production department is as important as continuing the production department and manufacturing the product. Second comes, the second vital point comes, many entrepreneurs I have met say that I am not a financial person. I don't know how to manage my finance. I don't know how to do the budgeting. I don't know how to do the invoicing. Well, you are an entrepreneur, and when you are embarking into the journey of entrepreneurship, you actually have to learn each and everything. It's not very difficult. If you go and try to read some documents, there are many online courses, there are many online training which are conducted by Coursera, Academy, and Udemy, and so on. I have seen many financial trainings being given against a very nominal fees. If you register in one of those courses, you might learn a lot of insights, and you might be able to guide your business in the right direction without exhausting your funds in hand, because funds in a business can never be enough, right? So learning about finance is very important when you are working or you are heading the departments, because when you learn about the finance, when you learn about management of the finance, and when you learn about implementing or proper utilization of finance, you can also take decisions much better. Much stable decisions would be taken by you in terms of your production, in terms of your organization, in terms of team management and fund management. And third, which is the most important, is networking. A lot of people might say, what is networking got to do with finance and taking care of the finance? Well, it is for friends and like-minded people who will stand by us when our project runs short of funds. When our project is running into a financial crisis, it is those people who can get associated with our project. They would come forward and they would provide a solution. So it is very important for one to do that public relation, that public connectivity, because when you are connected to a lot of people, I can tell you from my personal experience, Rangamati couldn't have reached the project that I do run for sustainable development of the artisans from the villages of Bengal. The project could not have survived these 8 years if it was not for the patrons. The patrons came forward, the patrons got connected with the project, the patrons felt about the artisans, the patrons wanted to make a significant difference in the artisans' life. They got connected to Project Rangamati, they invested, they adopted the products, they bought the products, and in a way they gave us work for me, for my artisans and everybody, to be that person, to be that contributor wherein the production is continuing and the artisans gets a work. So with that note today, guys, let me summarize once again. When you are heading that organization or the department, the three things to remember. First is taking care of your finance, that is by proper budgeting. Second is building up that knowledge base about finance through learning about financial structure, financial policies, and the financial strategies for an organization to obtain. And third, and most importantly, networking. Networking is absolutely important when you are running a show, when you are running a business, and you want like-minded people to come forward and help you run the business. So guys, hope these three insights which I received yesterday would give you a bit of information, give bit of an insight into how to manage your funds, how to manage your finance in your organization, and in a way it would be beneficial. So guys, with that note today, let me wind up this morning vibe session with career counseling online. And it's always great talking to you guys. It's a great new week. So give your best, stay positive, stay at home, and stay safe, guys. Take care of yourself and take care of your family. So, and as I always mention, learn, contribute, and evolve. Take care, guys. All the best.